All right, man, so we are here at the infamous Charlie Dwellington's where all the magic began for local comedy, and a huge promoter and supporter of local comedy. Shout out to Liz, yeah?
Yes.
So I'm sitting here with Aunt John.
Well, it's Aunt Megan now, but...
Aunt Megan. Hey, that's good to know. So you've undergone some recent changes, transformations, if you will. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
So, I've been doing stand-up for about 3 years now, and for the first 2 years, I was a boy in a dress, and about 7 months ago, I started transitioning. And so what that means is I've started hormones, and it's amazing. My comedy has gotten so much funnier because I'm so much funnier now. I don't have a cloud over my head or anger in my, or anxiety or depression or things like that. So I'm able to be much quicker and funnier. I've also, I haven't had anything to drink in like 10 months.
Wow.
So I'm getting very close to a year of sobriety. It's medically required, and then I've also just had surgery, so there's physically less of me. So
physically less of you.
When you see me on stage, I will be the skinny white girl.
Really? You're not going to be the, what is that?
The pleasantly plump girl anymore? No. I had a good friend of mine who's a bartender at another bar who described me. He goes, "Oh, Megan, tall, pretty, really sweet, likes to get on stage and talk about her dick." So that's kind of me in a nutshell.
So you told us a little bit about, you mentioned the fact that there's a little less of you, and medically, tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, so the VA changed a medication that I take, and their instructions were, "Megan, don't drink on this." And I'm like, I'm a grown-ass woman, I'll do what I want. And then I spent 8 hours in the bathroom.
So they were right, and you should have followed their advice.
Yes, and my comment to that was, well, I guess I'm not drinking because I don't want to lose a vertebrae.
That bad, huh?
Sitting on a toilet for 8 hours is enough to convince you to stop doing a lot of things.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch. So you talk about a little bit, you mentioned a little bit earlier about the cloud over your head when you started doing comedy, when you were just like the guy in the dress, right?
So I've been very slowly transitioning for about 5 years.
Okay.
It's kind of tough because I was carrying 2 people around in my head.
Okay.
I was very guarded about my girl life because outwardly I looked like a boy. And it's very hard on your psyche. It does very strange things inside your head. I was always very funny, and when this all was kind of started, I knew I was much happier being a girl. I just couldn't figure out at the time how to do it all the time because I had a family and things like that. And I'm now newly single. My divorce was finalized just recently, and we're on very good terms. She didn't want to be married to a girl, either did I. And so we're just fine. But all of that weight off of me, my whole head cleared, the meds that I'm on for transitioning do really strange things to me. because they rewrite the synapses in my head. So I actually think like a girl now. And so, yeah, and so lots of the jokes that I tell are now much funnier because I'm thinking of them much more from a girl's perspective.
Nice.
Right.